고마워, 동주야.
Dongju fell and became unconscious, while the ambulance had not yet arrived. Because of the condition, Nam took the initiative to give Dongju CPR and made Hee-cheol upset. Finally the ambulance came and Nam went inside, while Chairman Cha told Taeyun to get ready, but Il-do offered to go with Chairman Cha. Meanwhile Hee-cheol's aunt called and asked if Chairman Cha's family liked her cooking, and Hee-cheol explained what really happened. His aunt panicked because she had never brought cinnamon into the house, but how could there be cinnamon in the food? Mr. Yom calmed her down because he would explain to Chairman Cha's family. Mr. Yom felt sure that Dongju was not faking amnesia, because even though he knew there was cinnamon in the food, he still ate it. Il-do gave the news that Dongju probably would not be saved, because he had a cardiac arrest. Seo Dongju's real name is Chu Seongyeon. Mr. Yom even prayed for Dongju to die, so that their complicated fate ended. At the hospital, Chairman Cha calls Secretary Gong to bring him tea. Then Do-soo reminds him that this is a hospital, not at home. At that time Il-do knows that there is something wrong with his father-in-law. When Do-soo leaves, Il-do follows him. He feels disappointed because Do-soo didn't tell him about Chairman Cha's dementia. Do-soo tries to explain that he was just tired because of what happened to Dongju. Do-soo asks Il-do to understand that Chairman Cha insisted on keeping it a secret, and Il-do feels that Do-soo has done the right thing. So from now on, Do-soo has to talk about his condition with Il-do. This is for Daesan and also for Do-soo to stay at Daesan Hospital.
선생님.
Il-do invites Chairman Cha to start preparing for Dongju's funeral, because he doesn't have a family to take care of him. And Mr. Yom happily puts his name on the funeral committee list. Chairman Cha thinks, why are they in such a hurry, even though Dongju hasn't died yet? Then Dr. Kong takes Dongju to the room, because he has passed a critical period. She asks all people to leave the room, because the patient needs complete rest. He's past the worst now that he can breathe on his own, thanks to Nam's prompt first response with CPR on Dongju. It took him a while to regain consciousness, but his physiological functions are working, so they have to wait and see. Mrs. Pai and also Wanbei came to the hospital. They were shocked to see Dongju's condition, because Dongju was not allowed to eat cinnamon. Then Wanbei gave Dongju's cell phone, which was almost dead, because there was a video in it. He also gave something to Nam and asked her to see it when she was alone. When she got home, Nam turned on Dongju's cell phone and played the video in it. It turned out to be a video of Dongju playing the violin for Nam on a cruise ship. Nam smiled seeing the video. Then Dongju showed Nam's bracelet that he had fixed, and Nam took the bracelet given by Wanbei. It turned out that Dongju had seen Nam's wrist, which had a cut mark, and he invited Nam to get a beautiful tattoo on their wrists. Dongju wanted to cover the cut mark with a tattoo, and he also got a tattoo to feel the pain that Nam felt when getting a tattoo. Nam felt grateful to Dongju for ending her shame. Cho Kukui came prosecutors for allegedly lobbying bank executives to win the Yuseong Chemical M&A, but she ran away from the questions of the reporters who were waiting for her. Her father was very angry seeing his daughter's condition. Then Mr. Yom called Il-do, but Chairman Cha took the phone. Even though Mr. Yom arranged the takeover of Yuseong Chemical for them, why did he hand over Chairman Cha's daughter to the prosecutors? Mr. Yom told Chairman Cha that it wasn't his doing. The real reason he called Il-do was because Cho Kukui needed to cooperate with the prosecutor's investigation, or she could end up being arrested. After hanging up, Mr. Yum felt that he didn't need Kukui's testimony, because he only wanted Chairman Cho to feel the threat that his daughter would be taken. He should have thrown 2 trillion, one on Dongju's head and focused on taking over Daesan. Unnam invited Hee Cheol to eat together, and Hee Cheol thought he invited them to eat to talk about her aunt, who was involved in a case at the prosecutor's office. Hee Cheol told Unnam not to worry about that, because his uncle was there and he would meet Unnam again tonight at home. But Unnam won't be home tonight, and suddenly she asked Hee Cheol to get a divorce. Hearing that, Hee Cheol was sure that Unnam had been thinking about divorce for days. He said that he liked Unnam more than she thought, and that's why he won't divorce his wife. Moreover, if they divorce, Unnam has to return all of Daesan's shares from her grandfather. And Unnam doesn't mind returning it all. Unnam goes to the place where Sister Agnes had an accident. She sees the CCTV installed there and she asks for a copy of the CCTV. At home she checks the CCTV footage and finds Guho around the place when Sister Agnes had an accident. Then she remembers Dongju's words that he was shot on his cruise ship when Unnam didn't come there. She also watches the video on Dongju's cell phone again and she is shocked when Ildo is accidentally recorded on the video. And at that time, Ildo suddenly comes into her room and Unnam immediately hides Dongju's cell phone. Ildo comes to oppose Unnam's divorce because her grandfather is starting to show signs of dementia, so he shouldn't be stressed because of her granddaughter's divorce. And cancelling the prenuptial agreement will be subject to severe penalties. The amount is much more than the shares that Unnam got when she got married. It turns out that Dongju's video duo is still on and Unnam immediately turns it off. At that time Ildo did not suspect the recording. He just wanted Unnam to go home with Hee Cheol. Mr. Yum calls Ildo and he feels sorry for spending stupid days chasing the 2 trillion, one tied to Dongju. He will make Ildo the savior of Daesan when Chairman Cho's daughter causes trouble. Now Mr. Yum is on his way to meet the elder. Mr. Yum plans to put Ildo at the top of Daesan because he is obedient to him and also to the elder. But the elder has no intention of taking over Daesan and also Ildo. He just wants to use the National Patriotism Fund they established in Switzerland, and he has many ways to do politics according to his wishes. But Mr. Yum feels that Mr. President only serves for 5 years, but what about after that? Mr. Yum disagrees with his idea and says that Lee Keoliang is really a selfish bastard. Chairman Choi discusses Director Choi's promotion to Vice Chairman of the group. With all the fuss surrounding Daesan Energy, now is the perfect time. Ildo just found out about it and he asks why his father-in-law didn't talk to him about it first. Chairman Choi feels that, on one hand, Ildo is his son-in-law, the man Dukui loves, and on the other hand, Ildo is Mr. Yum's trusted disciple. When he became Mr. Yum's favorite junior, it made Ildo not worth much to Chairman Cho now. So he wants Ildo to face Mr. Yum directly, and make Ildo a junior that he fears. Because once Director Choi becomes vice chairman and Dongju returns, then everything will be okay. Then Ildo meets Director Choi. Ildo wants him to listen to what Ildo has to say without misunderstanding. That Chairman Cho is not in good health, his promotion to vice chairman, maybe Chairman Cho doesn't remember agreeing to it. So from now on, he must discuss all the group's problems with Ildo first. Kukui wants to take money from his father's safe, but when entering the password it turns out the password is wrong and at that time Ildo catches her. He then takes the paper containing the password in Kukui's hand and Kukui leaves him. Then he compares the password he got earlier and it turns out that Chairman Cho has changed the safe. Ildo remembers when he met with Mr. Yum, that he gave Il-do a weapon that was easier and more effective. It turns out that Mr. Yum gave him an injection and Il-do will make sure that everything will go well. Mr. Yum calls the gang boss and tells him to let go of his subordinate, Cho Yong-chan. Losing subordinates for something bigger is nothing new, so let go of Cho Yong-chan and focus on the next task. After they complete this mission, Mr. Yum will make sure Cho Yong-chan's family lives without rent for the rest of their lives. Guho calls Un-nam. He tells her that Mr. Yum invited Un-nam to have dinner and also with Hee Cheol. Mr. Yum asked her to go first, and Mr. Yum will follow with Hee Cheol. Un-nam thinks, is it because she sent photos of evidence of their involvement to Mr. Yum? Un-nam will give the original photos after she gets divorced without penalty. At that time, Mr. Yum felt that Il-do had nothing to do with him because he was her stepfather. But Un-nam knows that Mr. Yum tried to make Ha Il-do the chairman of Daesan Group, and Un-nam threatens to make headlines that Ha Il-do shot a Daesan director, Seo Dong-ju. Guho is seen sending photos of Un-nam to someone, and when Un-nam is about to leave, she is followed by someone wearing a red-eyed ring. Meanwhile, when Dong-ju's god is asleep, someone tries to give Dong-ju an injection, but Dong-ju wakes up and knocks the man down. And he sees Il-do who is watching them from outside the door.